This trail camera captured a deer getting chased by an unexplained creature. Some skeptics claim it's just a bad camera angle or a hungry cougar, but there's a whisper in the woods that says otherwise. The Jersey Devil, this flying bipedal boogeyman, has been terrorizing campfire tales for ages. And Dallas Tanner, the man who penned the Cryptids trilogy, knows a lot about these creatures.
Jersey Devil, or the Leeds Devil as it is sometimes called, is a cryptid animal. It is mostly described as a flying bipedal creature, meaning that it stands upright. There are variations on this. It has the body of a gaunt horse. The forelegs are shorter. The hind legs are actually skinny but hooved. There are wings that, depending on reports, vary from 2 feet outstretched to 4 to 6 to 8 even. It has a tail, which is considered a spike or forked as part of its demonic or supernatural origin.
This figure is a human, and that makes this footage even more mysterious. This footage captured by a trail camera shows a coyote and a little girl who appear to be communicating. It almost looks as if the coyote is showing her the camera. Intrigued, she walks over, examines the object, and realizes it's just a camera. Afterwards, they dismiss it and continue their activities in the forest. However, considering that woodland animals don't typically interact with humans, what is really happening in this photo? Picture yourself scanning through your trail camera footage, searching for signs of wildlife, until suddenly, you stumble upon this. A tall, ghostly figure peering at you from behind a mess of branches. Is she just a sleepwalker, or are we dealing with something more terrifying? A weird creature was spotted in the woods. In this video, a peculiar creature can be seen crawling on the forest floor. Its body is a tangled mass of black fur, while its head is nothing more than a bare skull. The creature is small and moves with an eerie grace, indicating that it might be young, but despite its unsettling appearance, it seems harmless. This is certainly something out of this world. Watch for yourself. In the footage, a tiny green creature can be seen. It looks like a mix between Dobby the Elf and Golem from Lord of the Rings. The creature seemed so curious, looking straight at the camera. It's like it knew it was being watched. Then, just as quick as it appeared, it darted off into the forest. This footage was captured by the Naya River on April 2nd, 2024. The river, known for its tragic history of claiming lives, is steeped in local folklore of hauntings. The footage revealed shadowy figures rising from the water, their eyes glinting in the dark, with unkempt hair covering their faces, and pale skin showing they move quietly. Speculation ran wild. Were these operations the restless souls of the river's victims, or something more sinister? Some fear these beings could be linked to the countless disappearances and deaths. Trail cameras pick up all sorts of strange happenings, and this footage doesn't hold back. At first, there's just a blur flying through the air until suddenly a figure appears. It stands there, chillingly still, before vanishing into the darkness, leaving us behind wondering what it could be. Only hearing this is enough to create a terrifying atmosphere.
What the hell?
This video was taken when a man suddenly heard these weird screams coming from a tunnel nearby. The man decides to go on an investigation. But as the screams get louder, the guy bolts out. What they caught here will not only leave you wondering, it will shock you. The Chernobyl disaster in 1986 was a terrible event that caused a lot of damage in Belarus. Some people believe that the radiation in the exclusion zone has caused changes in the local animals. This video captured in that area recently appeared showing a headless moose running across train tracks and into the woods. This has led to more talk about possible mutations. Could the moose have changed to survive the radiation, or is there another explanation for this strange sight? There is just no explanation for what this man caught. Suppose you set up a trail cam in the woods trying to catch some wildlife moments when your camera catches this. He caught a hooded figure with a white face and dark hair. It bears an uncanny resemblance to a witch. But have you ever spotted this in your park? A runner was exploring a new path in a local park until he saw this mysterious creature. It was laying by the roadside and it seemed too risky to get closer in case it was dangerous. But what is it? It looks like a bear's head, but it's too small for its body. The runner wisely chose to turn back safely without investigating further. That was probably a wise decision. This must be something supernatural with numerous eyes, legs, and 2 sets of antlers. This deer looks like a supernatural creature. Ancient pagan religions described forest spirits with similar features as this creature. Though such myths exist, it's hard to believe a forest spirit would be caught on camera. It's more likely a camera glitch or an edited photo, but animals and people can be born with extra limbs and eyes due to a parasitic twin. While rare, it is possible for a wild animal with such a condition to reach adulthood. This man did not make a wise decision by hanging base in a forest. This trail cam is set up to watch something hanging from a tree, likely to capture large predators. But then this happened. A person dressed in white robes, dragging a black trash bag, approaches the bait. Sometimes, bait hanging from a tree can indicate a wolf pit nearby. These illegal traps are holes with spikes covered with brush and baited to lure animals. Maybe this person wanted to save an animal. But this footage is so odd, it might be paranormal. Now, spotting a clown might not be rare, but at this spot, it's downright terrifying. This clown was captured on a trail camera, nestled deep in the heart of the woods. The creepiest part of all this is, the sighting was captured miles away from civilization. Why would someone dress up as a clown to go to a quiet forest? Gettysburg. This place is known for its ghostly happenings. Considering the massive number of soldiers who lost their lives during the Civil War, totaling over 51,000. While cruising through the site after dark, the person filming spotted strange figures dashing across the road. One even seemed to dash through a nearby cannon. Some folk think that these figures were just tricks of the light reflections of the car's headlights bouncing off the rain-splattered windshield. Whether it's genuine or a trick, Gettysburg sure has a spooky atmosphere. In 2017, in Cambridge, New York, a trail camera stamped a photo of a mysterious girl. Naturally, the town began speculating. Some people insisted that it had to be a real ghost.
It's a ghost.
Why do you say that?
Because look at her. It's definitely a spirit.
But then, the truth came out. It wasn't another worldly operation, but a proud grandpa's granddaughter on a stroll through the forest.
I'm just a 9-year-old girl who's not a ghost.
Just as this town wants nothing to do with these mysterious events. We are in the quaint town of Evansville, Wyoming in 2023, where mysterious animal bodies and colossal paw prints were found. Concerns escalated fast, prompting the local police to spring into action. So the police set up a trail camera to find out what it was, but they didn't catch an animal. No, they caught this, a ghoul. Turns out Police Chief Mike Thompson had orchestrated this eerie charade as a pre-Halloween teaser. In this footage, 2 scared stray dogs bolt from something unseen. Watching closely, you can spot it. A shadowy figure gliding through the alley. It moves like mist, but takes on a shape as it glides down the alley. Almost like a living shadow. Nobody knows what it is, but those dogs sure wanted nothing to do with it. This terrifying event happened in 2022 in Mexico. Hundreds of yellow-headed blackbirds dropped from the sky. Most survived and flew away, but not all people were puzzled. scratching their heads over what could have caused such a scary event. Some blamed pollution or power lines zapping the birds, but Professor Ron McGill had a different theory. He suggested that a big bird like a hawk might have caused them to panic. This trail camera footage capturing a deer is absolutely chilling. It's pretty easy to figure out what happened here. However, the camera only caught what happened after the instant, not the actual fight. One night, a group of folks were cruising down a quiet road when suddenly, they hit the brakes. A large shape draped in white cloth was standing in the distance. Surprisingly, instead of panicking, they flicked on their headlights, expecting the figure to vanish. But it didn't flinch, and just when they thought it couldn't get any creepier, another ghostly form emerged, covered in the same sheets. I'm not sure if this thing is harmless. Look at this footage. This isn't just any missed witnesses say they've seen it walking around. It seems like something supernatural is going on here. What this man caught isn't only supernatural, it's a nightmare. As a man cruised through Montana in his car, he felt the urge for a smoke. Amidst the quiet, a strange hum pricked his ears, drawing him towards the woods. But his courage faded as he stumbled upon this. Escaping this terrifying creature, he vowed to stay out of the woods forever. This footage isn't merely terrifying, it's inexplicable. I found this footage with no context, so let's try to figure it out. The first thing we notice is a white form falling into the water. It's like a person. When it hits the water, it dissipates like mist. Then it emerges, revealing what seems to be a face. After watching it several times, it's clear this isn't just someone in flowing white clothes. Parts of it are translucent, suggesting it could be something from the spirit realm. Now look at the woman sitting on the other side of the bridge. I've watched the video many times, and she doesn't move at all, hinting she might not be what she seems.